everyone, I'm Colleen Joseph and welcome to my channel, Colleen Uncut. So in this video, I'll be talking about getting married young and my experience because I got married at 23. And I usually get a lot of questions from people asking me why I chose to get married at 23. So today I'll just be answering some of those questions for you. My husband and I met when I was 18 and he was 22 at the time, and he actually saw a picture of me online and apparently he really liked it. He found me on Twitter, and at the time I had my BBM pin on Twitter. Yeah, BBM. And he added me and began talking to me, and it was just natural. We became friends and we started talking for a while, and on my 19th birthday actually, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and of course, I said yes. About a year and a half into our relationship, we started talking about getting married and what it would be like and if we wanted it and what we would want in a marriage and what our goals and dreams are together and how we'd make it work, basically. About a year into our relationship, I would spend the night at his place where he stayed with a few friends, and eventually it became more often. I would spend a night, 2 nights, 3 nights. Eventually we decided to get our own space and we got our own apartment. And I always said I would never move in with a boyfriend or someone I'm not married to. But it just felt really natural with us. Like, we already knew we wanted to be together and we knew we wanted to get married someday, so it just felt very natural. So 3 months after we moved in together, which was about 3 years and 9 months after we got together, he proposed to me. And although we were talking about getting married and all of that stuff long before, I was still very surprised that he proposed to me so soon. And it was a really awesome night. Like, I really enjoyed that night. And it was also a very funny story. But if you want to hear more about that story, just comment below and I'll make a video about that. At the time he proposed to me, I was 22 and he was 26. And like with all things in life, there are doubts. I had questions in my mind, like, am I ready for this? Is it the right time? Am I too young? But many of those doubts were short-lived. Like I said, we knew we wanted to get married, we knew we wanted to be together. So at the end of the day, sometimes you just know. One of the biggest things for me was making sure that our parents approved of our union. And my husband knew that. So before he asked me to marry him, he asked my parents. And although they had questions and concerns of their own, they were very supportive of us. Because over the 3 years of us being together, they got to know him better and they saw how he treated me. And they trusted that I was in good hands. We were engaged for 11 months before we got married. And during those 11 months, we experienced a lot of ups and downs because planning a wedding can be very difficult, especially for a young couple who did not have the financial stability of a 30 or 40-year-old. But it was very important for us to have our dream wedding and still not put ourselves in any long-term debt. When it came to the finances, our parents took care of most of the expenses. His family catered all the food for the wedding. My mother made my dress from scratch. She made the bridesmaid dresses, the groomsmen's outfits. She made most of my husband's suits. Because of their great assistance, we were able to save so much money for the wedding and still have a great wedding. My advice for anyone who's planning to get married at a young age is just to make sure you're ready. Make sure this is what you want. Make sure this is what your partner wants. Remember, it's the two of you who's in this together, and as long as you both want it, you'll be happy. It's also important for you to have a strong support system. Once you have some people close to you, your friends, your family, who support your decision to get married and are willing to help you in whatever way possible, it will be a lot easier for you. When it comes to planning your wedding, make sure you start saving early. Whether you plan on having a small wedding or a big wedding, it's important to create a budget and stick with it. It's also important to remember not to get caught up in the stress of planning. Just have fun with it and enjoy the experience. You're getting married. It should be a happy time. Another thing that can be really helpful is to seek counseling, whether from your family or your friends or your pastor, anyone willing to give you good advice who have been there and experienced it. Whether you're having problems in your relationship or everything is going perfectly fine, you should still get that counseling. And lastly, there are a lot of people who say that getting married can hold you back or prevent you from enjoying life. But as long as you have someone who loves you and encourages you, but most importantly makes you happy, there's nothing stopping you from enjoying and experiencing life together. So for me personally, I enjoy being married to my husband because he's supportive and he makes me happy and he pushes me to be the best person that I can be. Even when I don't feel motivated, he is my source of motivation. And we genuinely enjoy being around each other and enjoying life together. So I never feel held back and I never feel like I'm missing out on life. Thanks everyone for watching my video. I hope the advice was helpful. If you did enjoy the video, hit like. If you have any questions about things that I mentioned in the video or forgot to mention, or if you have any ideas for my future videos, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.